Back to it for another video. So, gonna be hitting the legs tonight. Saturday, October 18th, 11:20 p.m. at night. Perfect time for me to get a very good leg day in. But yeah, for today's car talk topic, in yesterday's video I was saying how I wanted to talk a little bit about the mental health side of things and just like the whole mentality and how it relates to lifting and other things as well. So, at least for me, I feel like the mental side is the biggest barrier for a lot of people. You know, the way I kind of like to think about it is, imagine we could take your body and we could shoot it into a video game. Now, if your goal is to grow muscle, and get into better shape or lose some body fat, whatever your fitness goals are, if your body was uploaded into a video game and you had a controller and you were able to control your body and do all of these tasks that you need to accomplish to, reach your goal, you would be able to hit it. And why is that? It's because somebody's controlling your actions. Now, how does that relate to the mentality side of things? Well, truly, the physical aspect of a lot of people's goals, that's not the barrier. That's not the issue. You know, it's the mental side of it. It's actually having the mental strength to push forward when things are hard. So, like, if you want to get into better shape physically, you want to increase your fitness level, usually for most people, it's not their actual body that is like the problem, unless this is like a special kind of case, but like, for example, let's say you had an amputation or you have some disability, physical disability, that might hinder you to accomplish your goals. But for a lot of people, they're physically 100% healthy, and it's only the mental side of it that comes into play, where it's like, that's the hard part. That's the part that they have to push through, you know? And I think building a strong mind is very, very important in accomplishing anything in life, really. It's like it's the mental side of it that will push you towards your goals. So, like, another thing I've been reminding myself a lot of lately is, if a couple bad moments in a day, that should not result in a fully bad day. So let me rephrase that story. So if you have a couple bad moments in your 24-hour, or 12 hours that you're awake, if you have a couple bad moments, that shouldn't result in an entirely bad day. Just because a few bad things can happen throughout your day, it shouldn't mean that entire day is gone to waste, and that is just a write-off of a day. So, like, for me personally, if a couple things come in my way, I'm trying to, like, focus on the mental aspect of it, where, you can overcome a lot of things mentally. And yeah, just if a couple bad things happen throughout your day, it doesn't mean that the whole day should go to shambles. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of, like, reading, and I've been watching a lot of video podcasts on the topic of stoicism. I've been looking into that for like the last couple months. And the big idea with stoicism is just what I was just talking about now. Is just like your whole the mental power that you have in your body. Because yeah, if like the first example, like, if your goal is to build muscle, then the mental side of it is probably the biggest factor. Your body can withstand a lot of, like, physical, like, you can really push your body to the limit, and the body's pretty, like, forgivable. Humans are built pretty tough. Like, we can survive through a lot of crazy ass shit physically, but mentally it can be really easy to break, and it can be easy to want to stop when things get hard, and that is when you just need to try to push forward and keep going. And at least for me personally, I believe that, like, if you go through things that are hard, very hard, if you have some traumatic experience that you've gone through, give it enough time, give yourself enough space from that traumatic event or whatever hardship that you're going through, and you will truly come out a stronger person on the other side. And I know that is like the whole, it's pretty corny to say, but like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger kind of thing. Like, I really am starting to believe that. Like, if people who know me in my personal life, like, this is a hard month for me. My mother passed away in 2023, and her birthday's this month. It's coming up soon. So October always just now reminds me of her even more than the normal day. But yeah, if you go through something that's hard, I really do think it builds your mental toughness. And being mentally tough will help you throughout your entire life. It doesn't matter what your goals are, what you want to accomplish. But if you can really push past that, the mentality part of it, the physical part, it will probably already be there. So that's just kind of the talk I wanted to, kind of the topic that I had in mind today. Kind of a little bit rambly, still drinking the pre-workout, still trying to waken up a bit. Like, I had a little bit of I had a nap earlier with my girl. We were watching the Leafs game, so still a little groggy actually, even though it's 11:30 at night. For me, it's kind of like the morning. So drinking my Monster, still waking up. But yeah, if I on the car talk home, usually after I lift, I'm like more clear-headed and I have more energy and everything. So might touch up on that topic again. But yeah, mentality is a big thing that I'm trying to work on. Just trying to become a strong person mentally. That way I can accomplish the goals that I want to reach. Anyway, yeah, leg day today. Or almost at the gym already. Saturday night lift. Probably not going to be too many people there if I had to guess. Which is perfectly fine with me. Oh! I did weigh myself today. So good news, very good news. So we're sitting 211 pounds. And that's like my morning weight, you know, after the washroom, kind of like a true weight, no clothes on. So 211 today. Really happy about that. I thought my weight kind of dropped a bit, just based on how I was like feeling physically. Just didn't feel as like full. My stomach didn't feel as like uncomfortable as of late. So I thought my weight dropped, but nope, still at 211. So as long as I can kind of maintain that weight and build from here, like, I'm happy with that. My bulk goal was to hit around 210 to 215, so we're right in that range that I wanted to be. So we're at the gym now. See a couple people in there actually, so actually should be a pretty good lift. People are getting after it tonight. I like to see that. So depending on how the warm-up goes, might be doing some barbell back squat. Might try to go freaking crazy, do some 315 potentially. But we'll see how it feels once we get in there. See how the legs feel after we're warmed up. But I'll cut the video here, and I'll see you guys in there for our first working set. So let's get it.
Whew.
Ooh. 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 Okay, so moving on to a different variation of an RDL. So I have never done this kind of movement before. Just gonna be using the belt squat machine, hammer strength here. My one buddy, he freaking loves doing this for hamstring development. So gonna try it out. Not too much weight on here. The starting resistance is 68 pounds, and then I just got a 25 and a 10 on either side. I got like this medium-sized bar attached, and yeah, we'll see how this feels. Never done this before. I tried a feeler rep, and it felt pretty good. So we'll try this out, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Ooh. 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 Whoa. Let's go to the car. Oh. Holy freaking shit. That was a really, really good leg day. My goodness. I don't think I've had a leg day that freaking intense in, I don't know, maybe a little bit, a couple months. I have no idea. That leg day was freaking max intensity. Personally, that was like a max intensity lift. I knew coming into tonight I would kind of bring it. I was in like that headspace. Especially before the gym, I had like the perfect preparation for a good lift. So that entails for me getting some food in, like definitely getting some, I had some food before. I had a really good nap. Like the nap I think is what really gave me that energy to push extra hard. Cause I got up at like 5 o'clock today, or like 4:45. So it was a little earlier. And then relaxed for a little bit, had a bunch of food, like had my coffee, was playing with the kitty. Yeah, just took it easy, and then I was watching that Maple Leafs game with my girl. Her and I were just chilling for a little bit, and then yeah, I ended up getting like super tired around like 8:30. p.m., so took a little bit of a nap and then got up again, had a coffee, and got ready for the gym and then hit this lift. But yeah, that freaking nap, like, very, very good. Especially like on the weekends when I don't have to go to work for the night. And like now, after this lift, now I get to go home, I get to eat, I get to edit this video, I get to chill and recover. So yeah, like I really like lifting on days where I don't have to go to work. Especially if you guys don't know, like my job is more of like a physical kind of job. So like if I do a leg day like that and then now let's say I have to go into work for the night, that is always super tough after a hard leg day like that for me to go into work. Cause like right now I am feeling depleted. Like my body, I can tell I'm like low blood sugar. I'm dead. That lift took it out of me in a good way. Like super freaking happy with the back squats. The back squats felt super good. Um, yeah, I haven't been doing ever since I started going to this Anytime Fitness. I haven't been doing as much barbell back squat because I've been really liking that the hex or the the hack squat machine that they have there. That's kind of been like my main leg mover. So trying to sprinkle in some barbell back squats when I have like, especially on the weekends, like I said, when I don't have work and I can kind of like use all my energy at the gym. I like to do a compound movement like that because it really like doing a squat like that where you're loading a good amount of weight, it really takes a lot of energy out of your whole system. Because I mean 315 for squats is not like super heavy or anything. Like back a little while ago I was able to do over 405 for a single or triple. So like I used to squat heavier, but now I'm trying to focus on like really good depth and just like trying to be safe, like I've ranted about before. So trying to do proper reps, really good rep quality. But yeah, that 315, I felt so locked in. Like my upper back felt super solid. Like my whole core, like my core felt strong. My abs, like everything felt really, really dialed in. And then on those top sets of squats, like I was able to get down to a really good range of motion. It felt like I'll have to look at the footage and see what it looked like. But going based on feel and how my legs are, like getting down to that bottom position felt really good for me. Like I didn't feel wobbly or anything. So really high intensity lift tonight. Can't be any happier. Like for me, that was like a 9.5 out of 10 kind of lift. Really tried to bring it on every set. And holy shit. So my buddy that I've been friends with since grade 9 high school, he's a big time bodybuilder. This guy's been lifting since like, I don't even know. This guy's been lifting for probably like 10 years now or longer, but he told me, I was asking him like because his leg development, his legs have blown up in the past couple months. So I messaged him on Instagram and I was asking him, I'm like, man, your legs are looking freaky. Like, what the hell is the secret? What are you doing? So he was telling me how he uses that machine that I did today for the RDL. He was saying how he uses that. He just straps on a bar and then he uses that kind of movement as like his main hamstring kind of mover. And wow, that felt so much better compared to the barbell. Because in my earlier leg days, I was mainly doing barbell RDLs, which feel good. There's nothing wrong with them. Like, they're nice. And then I switched over. I started doing more dumbbell RDL, and that felt good. But man, I don't even know what the machine's called. I said it in the clip. It was like what is it, a belt squat? Yeah, belt squat. So hammer strength belt squat, and then I just attached that like medium sized bar and did like an RDL with it. Stiff leg. Like I tried to keep my legs really straight as possible, to try to keep a lot of that tension on my hamstring, try to keep it away from my lower back and like all that posterior chain. I really tried to keep the weight on my hamstring. So like in those clips, it might look like I'm kind of like using my back and my lower back to kind of like heave the weight up. But during the set, like as I'm doing the reps in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, use your hamstring, use your hamstring. So really trying to focus on like, yeah, just the movement of the hamstring, try to place the weight where I need it to be. But wow, The stretch felt insane. Better than any other hamstring exercise I've ever done, by far. Very good stretch. So that movement is definitely going to be added into the routine. I can almost guarantee it with 100% certainty I will be doing that again. Very freaking nice. But yeah, really good lift. Now I need to go home. I need to slam freaking food because after a lift like that, where you really use up like a lot of your glycogen, you know, you're using up like your all of the nutrient stores in your body, your freaking sweat. Like I was sweating my ass off during that lift, so I needed like get some hydration in, protein. Like really need to try to like maximize recovery now. Because I can feel like walking out of the gym, my legs were like wobbly for sure. It's gonna be one of those times where I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be extremely uncomfortable to walk. So maybe I'll get home. I used to, after really hard leg days like today, I used to like stretch when I get home. Like I have a foam roller, I used to roll out, and that would help me. But sometimes I get lazy and I don't do it all the time. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, like touching on what I was talking about earlier with like the mentality, tonight's lift was kind of like a perfect example, you know? Like today I felt really dialed in mentally. I had a plan. I knew I wanted to smash legs. I was prepared. I was like mentally picturing myself doing the squats today. Like I had that in mind. Like even before, like one, you know, when I woke up today having my coffee, I was thinking, okay, legs tonight. You know, let's really prepare myself. Let's try to put in like a max effort lift. You know, I don't have work. I don't have anything to do. So let's just go as crazy as I possibly can and like just try as hard as as possible. So very successful. And that's kind of like, that's what you should do for every lift, you know? Every workout that you do, it's not going to be that kind of intensity. There's no way. You can't bring it 95% intensity every single lift. Like, you'll end up just burning yourself out. You'll be way too tired. It can't happen. But you should aim to bring that kind of intensity for every lift. So try to go that crazy every time. And that's all you can really do. You can't be mad at yourself if you try to bring it. And that's all you can do. Try to bring it 100%. And even if you fall short, you know, you can still be happy with yourself, because the only time, at least for me, that I don't want to say I'm disappointed with myself. I'm trying to think of like a better word, but like the times where I know I could have pushed harder and I didn't, that's when I feel upset. You know, it's like, it kind of just bugs me. It gets under my skin. Like leaving that untapped potential on the, like, you want to tap into your potential. You don't want to leave anything on the table. And I think that's a part of the mentality too. It's like, if you have a strong mind, you can really push yourself super hard. Like your body can take a lot of stress. So if you can build a strong mind, you can chase after your goals. It doesn't matter what the hell your goals are. And you also shouldn't give a shit what any other person thinks of your goals either. You're doing this for yourself. You're not doing it for any other person in the world. It is for you and you only. So only compare the progress that you've made to yourself. Because if you try to compare yourself now to other people, you will literally never be happy, ever. There will always be a person that's doing better than you. There will always be a person that's doing worse than you. So compare yourself to your future self and like your past self. You know, you want to just and try to improve you know what you're doing. So that's what I'm trying to do. I did post like a little like transformation kind of like picture on my Instagram. So my Instagram for like this fitness YouTube stuff is at Carter Taylor Lifts. And yeah, so I posted a picture from 2019. Like I've kind of explained my story about lifting and stuff. I need to go into like a full in-depth video kind of explaining like how I started and everything, but used to be super, like I'll give it a little TLDR. So Like in university, school, all that, he was super fat. Peak weight was like 220 pounds around there of like just pure fat, no muscle development at all. And this is at like 6 foot. So pretty fat, pretty chubby. And then I don't know, like I tried multiple times when I was in university, when I was younger. I tried so many times to get into the gym, and like I don't know how many times I really tried. Is at least 4 or 5 times that I truly gave it a good shot. And for some reason it just never clicked with me. And I always wished I was like in better shape. I always wanted it. But yeah, I just couldn't get myself into the gym. I had a really hard time, and then for I don't know how it happened, but I really just tapped into some like deep freaking motivation, if you want to call it, or some just deep freaking inner shit. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna lose weight. Like now is the time. I'm done being this fat guy. So 220, and then spent like 8 months or so, almost a year of like just doing like cardio, like a lot of freaking cardio. And I'll park on the side here. I'll kind of just give a little explanation. So yeah, a couple months go by. This is when I was signed up to my first gym ever, and it was Fit for Less. So I was going to Fit for Less, and this is when I was working a day shift job. So every day after day shift, so I'd get off at 3 p.m. I would go to Fit for Less like right after work, be around 3:30 p.m. and I would do 1 hour of cardio. So and I would split it up. So I would first do 30 minutes on the treadmill, and that was like running, jogging, like high intensity, like sweating my freaking ass off, as you know, going as hard as I could. So I'd do 30 minutes there, and then I'd switch it up and I'd go 30 minutes on the elliptical. That was just what I like to do, was elliptical and treadmill. And when I say I was trying, like to lose 50 pounds, that's how much I lost, was like around 50 pounds of fat. Yeah, you need to bring it. So I changed my diet. I went super crazy with the cardio, 5 days a week. Dropped down to my lowest weight is around 165 when I was just doing the straight cardio. And that's where you're gonna see that picture if you check out my Instagram. So that first picture, it's May 2019, and I'm actually in the Fit for Less bathroom taking that selfie on my phone. So 165 there, and then started 2019, and then from there I started working out with my one buddy shortly after that with him and his dad. Uh, Went to LA Fitness with those two, and they kind of showed me the ropes, you know. Like I was kind of getting into weightlifting on my own before that, but they kind of like really, you know, taught me the basics. Like they really got me into the gym, and yeah, I'll never forget that. You know, I really appreciate my buddy Tyler and his dad just like, you know, helping me out and really guiding me to where I needed to go. So fast forward, like so I worked out with those two for like 2 years, like very consistently, kind of like these kind of videos. Like we were freaking bringing it. I was eating super well. And yeah, so 2019 to like 2025, there's been times in my life where I wasn't as consistent with the gym. Like earlier I was talking about how my mother passed away in 2023. So like that was a really hard time for me. So like that year I didn't work out. So yeah, definitely not super consistent throughout the years, but like fitness has always been, you know, it's been on my plate since 2019. Before that, I was like not into working out or like any like physical shit. I was like super lazy video gamer. But yeah, 2019 till now, pretty good gains. And the whole reason I brought this up is you should really just try to compare the progress that you've made to like you compare yourself to what you've achieved. You know, if you're a small guy and that's your natural state, and now you've increased your body weight like 20 pounds, let's say, and you've actually put on muscle, you should be so happy, because who cares about other people? You know, there's always going to be someone way freaking bigger than you. So if you were a naturally small guy and now you've put on some muscle, that should be what you focused on. Focus on that, be happy with that, and just stay in your own lane. Think about what you're doing and screw everybody else. Do it for yourself. And yeah, keep consistent, keep lifting. I'll end the video here. Super big rant, but yeah, really happy with how legs went tonight. Uh, Tomorrow's lift is gonna be chest day. I like that. So chest tomorrow, that'll be a lift before work. So that'll be a little, yeah, have to plan that one. But yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Let's get it.